Hey everybody, hope that you guys are having a great day so far. I wanted to touch on a few quick things for you for this coming up weekend. We're going to be studying the biblical tithe here in our Sunday school classes, and our key thought for that whole lesson was, let me read it to you. It's 90% with God's blessing is far more than 100% without it. There's another way to think about that, is that God can do way more with our 90% than we could ever do with 100%. And I can't wait for us to discover what that's going to look like for our people, and a way that we've said, hey, you know what, we know, according to statistics, that most church members aren't giving 10% of their income to God. They're not returning the tithe back to Him. And so what we've decided to do is do a 3-month tithe challenge, and it's in your lesson, and you'll see the words supplemental video 5 3-month tithe challenge. As you watch the video, you're going to see me explain to you what the 3-month tithe challenge is. Now, what I want you to do is, before class starts, you should have these cards. It says the 3-month tithe challenge commitment card, and what I want you to do is place this card in every other seat in your class. Typically, if you're a married class, husband and wife aren't going to each fill out a card. They hopefully do their finances together, and so you can just every other seat. And what I want you to do is place that in there and just let them they're going to ask questions. Don't even worry about it. Say, we'll talk about it as class progresses. But then after the video, you can talk to the guys in your class and the girls in your class or the couples and say, hey, this 3-month tithe challenge, for those of you that aren't tithing, this is a great opportunity to do what Malachi 3:10 says and to test God in this. And so just put this card out there, let people sign up for it. If they don't, no big deal. It's no skin off of your teeth. It's no big deal. But we want to put this challenge out there. And then as they fill this card out after class is over, what we want you to do is just tell them, put the card in the seats. And then after class is over, you can go gather all the cards, put them in your envelope, and then give them back to us for us to process over the next week. Also, you guys know that we have adopted a 12 Essentials, or the 12 Essentials, for our preaching calendar. Brother Nick is going to preach on 12 different topics throughout the year, and we're also going to cover those same 12 topics in our Sunday school time, in our small group time. And currently we're studying stewardship. Previously we studied God Works and how God works throughout our lives. And then next month we're going to look at worship. We're going to entitle the series The Exchange. And then at the turn of the year, we're going to look at the concept or the topic of prayer. We're going to look at personal evangelism, and we're also going to look at obedience. Now, these are the main headings that we're going to cover. Now, the sermon series or the small group series might have a different title, but at the end of the day, those are the topics that we're going to be covering. And I think it's important for you to know where we're going. I think it's important for the people in our classes to know where we're going and to constantly have those essentials in front of us all the time. So what we've done is, in your Sunday school books, in the leader guides, if you look, I'll put it real close for you, right there at the bottom of each lesson, each page in the lesson, you'll find the 12 essentials, and the one that we're currently covering in this book is stewardship. And so each one will be bold, and the word will be for the topic that we're covering. So always having that in front of you and in front of our people is important for them to know, hey, we are actually covering the 12 essentials that week. Guys, I really do hope that you have a great week this week with Thanksgiving. You enjoy some pretty awesome food. I know it's going to be awesome at my house. And I hope that you have a great time with your friends and your family and get to enjoy some time off from work. And just for the record, Saturday night, huge football game. For me and my family, we will be screaming our heads off for Go Pokes.